Hi guys, my name is Victoria Fakunle and I'm just here to talk about Cora. Cora is an app that was built on a machine learning model. So what Cora does is it helps you predict your annual insurance charges, very easily and based on a few demographical and personal features of yours that you have to submit in. Basically, the reason why I created this app is because some people find it struggle to predict or to talk about their annual health insurance costs, making it hard for them to plan ahead and compare different types of insurance premiums, insurance policies. So what Para does, it gives you the estimate of the amount of money you're supposed to pay, so you can use that to choose the best health insurance premium or the best health insurance company for you. Right. So this is how it works. Now I click on start prediction. I put my name, Pam. Notice that once I put my name, it reflects up here. Then I put my age, 20, and sex. We have female, BMI, let's say 18.5, and children, 0, smoker, none. So now once I click on predict, what happens is it shows hi Pam, Cora has predicted that your annual health insurance charge are $2,803 and it has a quick tip here. So what happens is if I show you through my main dot that's it, this is my API link. What happens is my app takes in inputs. Now you see age is integer because you can't have you can't be 15.5 or 18.2 as an age. So age is integer, sex is strange because you're either male or female. BMI is float because you can be 18 point your BMI can be 18.5 or 20.2. Children is also integer because you can have 0.5 children. And smoker is also strange because you are either like it's either yes for you or no for you. You're either a smoker or you're not. Right. So once it takes in the input, changes it to a JSON file and sends it back to my API backend. What happens is my API backend will interact with my model and get the predicted charges back, then send it back to the app and it is displayed like this. So this is how my Swagger UI works. I've already put in, age as 18, sex male, BMI 19.2, children 10, and smoker no. Once I click on execute, if you look down here, you would see that I have a successful response. I got my predicted charges back. Right. So what happens if I don't put in the right, data? For example, for these children, instead of 1010, I put in TN. What happens is this, you would see that I get an error back. Response is 42, JSON invalid, right? So that's how it works. Now I'm just going to take you through how I created my model. And okay, what I first did was I imported my libraries or the libraries I thought I would need. I read my data, I went through my data, saw if there's any duplicated values or not. Then also checked if what impact the age has on my data by looking through age distribution. Then I interpreted some of my data through different diagrams like histogram and a scatter plot. And then I plotted my correlation heat map. With this correlation heat map, I found out the features that had great positive correlation with the y, which is the insurance charges I'm trying to look for, medium, and weaker ones. And looking through this, even some of these weaker ones, looking through it logically, you will see that okay, yes, they also have effect on these insurance charges, and that's why I didn't drop them. And for the one I dropped, the reason why I dropped it was because the regions that I mentioned there are US regions, and my app is for users living in Africa. So I thought that if I still added regions to it, it might affect my model. My model would create, patterns, would learn patterns that are only for US regions. So that's one of the reasons why I dropped it. Then I determined my X and Y, standardize my data because it's always important, and performed and worked with 4 different models, which is linear regression, SG linear regression, where I looked at my loss curve and decision tree and random forest. Now, after doing my evaluation, I figured out that my best model is random forest because my random forest has the lowest RMSE and the lowest MAE and also has the highest variance score, which is 87%, which is why I picked that as my best model. And yeah, I saved it, which is what my API is interacting with, and getting response back that is being shown on my app. So yeah, this is all for me. This is all about Cora. Thank you so much for your time and have a good day.